What's up, guys? It's Yank here with 47 North Gaming, back with another episode of Train Simulator. This is going to be a very interesting episode, actually, a very special one, since we'll be doing a custom mission here. So what I did is I built the train, or a very accurate representation, or fairly accurate representation of the train I'm going to be taking all the way to California. So this is for Thanksgiving. I made it extra long since that's kind of how they run usually that time of year. So we'll be doing 3 different kind of segments with this particular setup. The first one here is in Chicago, and of course we're not going to be doing the exact route since it's not modeled in Train Sim, but we'll do the best we can. So we're walking along our train here. We've got a collection of coach cars. We've already passed those. Now we are passing the observation cars. Soon we'll be coming up on the dining car, and then there will be a collection of sleeper cars along with the baggage cars. So we'll be getting ready to go here soon. But we'll be doing the Chicago to Aurora section, which isn't technically on the route, but a good representation of leaving Chicago. We'll do Stevens Pass, also not on of crossing the mountain, and then we'll be doing the Surfliner route, which is actually part of the route that I'll be taking. So we'll jump up in the cab and get started here. Alright, so we'll release the brake there, add a little bit of power. Yeah, we got actually 3 engines on the front of this train since it will have to climb the mountain there. So it is a pre-planning going on here. So we'll trundle our way out into the daylight. Yeah, and I'm very excited about the trip. Don't worry, guys, though, during the time that I'm traveling, I will have videos queued up for you guys, so you don't have to worry about being bored over the family season. Yeah, that is if your family's boring. I love the transition though into it is so you get that nice bright kind of blinding effect, and then it kind of tones or tapers back a little bit. So very cool in that regard. They've got Dr. Speeding there. Oh, well, this is a free go, so it's not like we're actually gaining points on it. But here is the train. So you got the 3 engines up front. Looks like we got engine 52, 173, and 89 all hooked up, rolling down the road. Got our 2 baggage cars, which will be hauling the luggage for the folks going to their various destinations. And we've got our sleeper car for the staff and such, followed by sleeper cars for passengers. So there's a few of those before we get on to the dining car, which should be coming up here. Not this one, but the next one here. So we've got the dining car there. Now, beyond the dining car, we're going to have a couple of observation cars, and then the rest are coach. They are actually a mix between coach and coach baggage, so you'll notice the baggage ones have the windows blocked out at the bottom. But you notice there's a Superliner moving its way into the station, which is probably what we heard behind us. This is the slow part of the trip. There's another one sitting over there. Yeah, slow part of the trip, getting out of here. Getting out of Union Station because of all the switches and tracks and the yard. They want to keep people safe, so they want to keep the trains moving pretty slow through here, since there's the possibility of people crossing, along with the possibility of transitioning tracks as well. So we're coming up on the main 1.1 Roosevelt. I think technically this train 1 would be over a couple more tracks that way, towards the Amtrak stuff over there. But 2, there'll be a point where this train will actually turn off, and this, whereas this train is actually not going to be turning off. So, but anyway, whatever. We'll be passing, looks like a inbound metro train, so we should actually be to the left of the metro train if this was the real world, but it is what it is. We're just simming this. We're just having some fun with it. Afternoon commuter run coming in. Jump here to the back. So you can just see the sheer size of this particular engine, or this train set. It's so cool looking though. But we will get up to speed here, at least a little bit faster. Get up to 25 rather than 10. Past the metro there. We're back at the Chicago skyline. Actually, let's do that from the front here. As we pick up some speed. Alright, so there's the Chicago skyline there, just off to our right. And you can see the train coming along behind us as we rounded that corner. Quite a decent sized train though. Let's do a flyby here. As we continue to accelerate out of Chicago, we'll get the nice flyby here. This is actually the Southwest Chief that is that we are representing here. So out of Chicago we go. And as we go past with this one, we should get a nice look at Chicago skyline. And there it is, and there's the train. Alright, so I'm going to jump back in the cab here. And we're about to hit a 60 zone, so we can settle in at 60. Meanwhile, I'm gonna real quick figure out where we are on here, figure out where we would like to stop along the way, just to mimic some intermediate stops. So I would say the Riverside platform, if we are on that, and probably just all the way out to Aurora. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, time to gather some speed. Not sure why that's complaining at me. Oh, maybe because I just had the throttle set to go fast. Doesn't want me to accelerate to extremely go fast. Alright, so we'll settle in here at 60. As we come through this area, we will be accelerating again at 70 after we go through this platform. Seems so slow being up here, but we are moving along at highway speeds. So that'd be quite the rush as this train came flying past. We're not at 70 though. Don't know what that was about. Oh well. Anyway, rolling down the tracks towards Aurora, platform 1. I think this train comes with a cruise control function somewhere. Forward headlight. Oop. Crossing light, so it's the ditch lights. Not sure. Oh, there's one on here somewhere. It's just a matter of figuring out how that goes. Operate function. Nope, don't know. Speeding. Oh. Yeah, I guess we are speeding. And we're gonna go through the platform here. Once again. Had a good clip. Flying along. through the shipping yard. Alright, so both of those are connected. And we'll do a flyby here since we can. Alright, here she comes, here she comes, here she comes, here she comes, and zoom. Oh, I am so excited for this. I love traveling by rail. Such an experience if you ever get the chance. Let's see if I can get ahead here. Oh, I love the Doppler effect in this game. It's so beautiful. Chugging along, chugging along, chugging along, chugging along, chugging along. Where did I say I was going to stop again? Probably figure that out. Let's see. Right, center on player. Okay. I think I was going to stop here. Well, too late now. Because there's no way we're stopping now. Alright, so moving on. Down the line, down the line, down the line, down the line. Stone Avenue. Okay, so we'll keep an eye out for Stone Avenue then. Hinsdale, actually, let's do Hinsdale. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll do Hinsdale. Alright, so we just gotta keep an eye out for that on the route there. There's a bit of a bump. Still chugging along at a nice solid 70 miles an hour. Was Stone? No, we decided not to do Stone. We're doing the, I think it's Hillsdale or something like that. Yeah. That's a weavy little piece of track there. Wibbly piece. No. Goes off. Oh, goes down there. Oh, that's cool. That is cool. That bridge there. Bye, train. Such nice looking trains though, that's for sure. I know we may not have the fastest rail in the world, but we sure got some good looking trains. And there's a freight train. Was it Highlands? No, it's Hills, like Hills something. Western Springs, okay. Highlands. Hinesdale, okay. Alright, so I should get in the cab and actually be ready to start slowing up. I'm just going to let this coast its way out for a little bit. I'm going to use the energy recovery system, I think, to get into Hinsdale. We'll get the energy recovery spooled up. Alright, and we're going to start recovering that energy as we come into Hinsdale. Alright, we're going to roll in here, try to get as much as we can on the platform. Alright, 1 engine clear, 2 engine clear. Alright. So we're putting the cargo, I guess, over here. Oop. I'm letting everybody load it up here. Alright, doors are closed. Damn, we could have used some of that back platform. Oops. Do. engines spooled up. Once we get that brakes released, we'll start rolling forward again. Alright, so another whistle go. And come flying through this station here. Once we get settled up at the 70, we'll pick another spot to stop before we hit up Aurora, I think. Alright, so we'll let's see, center on player. Alright, what do we got for stations coming up? Fairview, I like this one. Downers Grove, so I think we'll do Downers Grove. That might be it, so we'll stop at Downers Grove next. And then off to Aurora, and that will be it for this segment. Oops, didn't mean to speed there. Yes, I'll be slowed up by then. Alright, so next is Downers Grove that we said that we were going to do. So I guess that's coming up here real quick. Alright, start slowing her up easy here. Come rolling in without that thing blaring along. Metro train here. We're going to be also coming in here. Too bad we couldn't dictate our direction, because I'd send us down the center track if we didn't need to be in the side tracks, but guess it is what it is. Alright, so we are going to clear 2 of the engines, but that's good enough. So we'll open the doors. The doors open here on the Southwest Chief. Doors are closed all the way down. We're just going to run down the train just because it's fun. Whee! Alright, I'm sure traffic wants us to get moving again. So, brakes off. And power forward. Lots of power forward. And this is where having the engines is really nice. I'll jump back here to this back car just for a little bit. Get up to speed. Riding the Superliner. Doop de doop de doop de doop de doop de doop de doo. Coach baggage. Yep. That's what it is. Jump back up front here. Alright, so our next run in is now to the Aurora platform. So it's now just a straight haul. It looks like about a 20-minute haul. Thereabouts. So we'll just run that. Actually, probably a little less than that, it looks like, since we'll be running at full tilt. And spool the engine down. Yes, I know I'm speeding slightly, but let the engine spool down there. That'll take care of it. Leslie. Alright, so we got less than 14 miles to go. We're doing about 70, so we'll get to Aurora pretty quickly. We're going to be averaging just over a mile a minute at this speed. Ooh, we're climbing. Looks like we're actually climbing here. Alright, so we're going to put a little bit more power on. Yeah, climbing a little bit, but it's not anything like it's going to be when we go through Stevens Pass as the simulation there. The Yackley crossover. Wonder what the Yackley crossover is. Probably just these tracks coming together and doing their thing. Past the Leslie platform. Coming up on the crossover. Yeah, no idea what it is. I guess there's crossing tracks. Okay. Looks like we're climbing again. Good thing we got the power. 3 engine might. Probably means there's a descent somewhere in here we're gonna have to control. I can't remember, I haven't run the full Aurora run in a while. I think I will jump out here, get on the platform and watch the train just zip on by. And okay, train coming. Zoom, zoom. It's awesome. As I'm sitting here, it's actually going. There's an Amtrak train on this route? Oh my gosh. I should have stopped here. I feel bad now because there's actually an Amtrak train on this route. Yeah. Except it's not the the one we're on, so it's just we're just kind of making us up as we go. Oh, that is gorgeous. Let's do a quick little fly over here. Zoom, 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 zoom. Yeah, if you can't tell, I'm excited for this trip. I cannot wait. It's gonna be so much fun. Shoot, bloop. Oh, whoops. Oh, I've been away too long from the controls, so it shut me down. So I guess we're stopping for a bit. Okay, come to a stop there. Release and power. Oh boy, this is going to create some wheel slip when it finally dumps the clutch. And still waiting on brakes, still waiting on brakes. Oh. That might be part of it. It neutraled that. gotta center that out. There we go. Power put down. And now power down. So frustrating trying to drive a train. Yeah, well, guess part of it. Alright, so let's take a look on the map where we are now in relation to where we're going. We are going down this part of the track. At Aurora Platform 1. So we are stopping there. As you're coming through there. Gotta come through all that. Alright, so we actually really don't have that far to go. So yeah, power down. Start spooling down that engine, since it will take a little bit to spool down. And keep us rolling. Route 59, Platform 1. Be blowing through that. We'll be pulling into the Aurora station here in about 10 minutes according to the ETA, a little less than. So probably about 8 minutes or so, give or take, something like that. I think next we got a fairly decent yard coming up here. Don't know if it's a metro. It's probably a cargo yard, really. I'm sure there's some metro units there, but okay. So we're centering on ourselves there. Yep, pretty decent cargo run. But we'll let's watch the train from here. From the bridge. Zoom. Shoom, 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 shoom. Looks so cool. Speeding. Oh, whoops. And we do have to slow down coming up here as well. So we're going through the freight yard here. And then we'll be pulling into the Aurora station. Yellows. We got yellows. Alright. Alright, so we'll be slowing down to 55. Slowed down a little bit too much there. Oh, I love that sound though. Just once I get settled into a train, just that ka-chung, 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 ka-chung. Makes sleeping really nice on a train. If you've ever done it before, you'll understand. If you haven't, look, I should recommend doing that sometime in your life. Excuse me. Alright, so we're down to 55. Gotta get down to 35 now. So we'll slowly get down to that speed here at a reasonable pace. There's 35. We gotta take this siding here. That nice little snake transition. Hill Lead, Maine. Alright. So that is the cargo route. That is probably the route that other Amtrak was coming in on. It's probably Empire Builder, I think. Goes up towards Aurora. But we'll be coasting our way in. Not too much further to go. I think it's just around this little bend here, and then we'll be pulling into the station or thereabouts. I believe this is a metro train that I see up in the horizon. Just leaving Aurora, I bet. Yep, there's the metro train leaving Aurora. There's the Aurora siding, so there is a collection of metro trains and equipment there. So technically we wouldn't be stopping here, especially because it's got a terminating point, but you know, just because it's the top of the line, I didn't know exactly how the station work laid out. So this is where we'll stop, and then we'll pick up again at the shoot. Whenever the pass is. Stevens Pass, that's it, I think. I can't remember which one I decided. You'll see in the next step. So that way you guys can see Mountain Pass with this train, and then we'll do the Surfliner route. But we'll be doing it with actually a special Thanksgiving train set, since there's quite a bit of traffic during Thanksgiving for Amtrak. That's why we have the extra long train today. So I'll get pulled in here. Into Aurora. I don't actually know if I've actually been in Aurora in this game. I've got a caboose there apparently. So in we come. Apply some brake. And yeah, good enough for me. We'll count that a station. Will just not look that way. Be like, oh yeah, the train keeps moving, da 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 da. Cool. Alright, so we'll apply some brake here so that way we don't keep rolling. There, we have reached the end of the quick drive scenario. That is going to do it for us in this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next segment. Peace.